Catholic world. Brought to you by Newsnet.
Welcome to Catholic World. In this episode, another Catholic shrine vandalized. Bishop Machado throws a challenge.
The government to say that to show us one person or one boy or girl that has been converted in our school.
Christian leader plans counter to religious terror. Padma Shri Awards for 2 Catholics in 2025. Keep watching.
It is a matter of great pride for the Anglo Indian community that India's pioneering travel writers, Hugh and Colleen Gonzare, the latter posthumously, have been honoured by the country's 4th highest civilian honour, the Padma Shri.
Those wandering people, allured by the promise of India, filtered into our land, settled, and enriched the older foundations of our heritage.
This is what drew us. One of us was born in the East,
The other in the West. We had lived for many wonderful years in the South,
and have made our home in the highest mountains in the world,
the Himalayas.
Mrs. Gonzare passed away in November last year at Oakbrook, her family's 2-century-old home in Missouri. Mr. Gonzare is currently spending time with his son and daughter-in-law in the Nilgiris. Mr. Gonzare and the late Mrs. Gonzare were members of the Dehradun branch of the All India Anglo Indian Association. The pride of the community honour was bestowed on them by the All India Anglo Indian Association.
We now know that India is not a melting pot as the US is.
it is a mosaic.
Catholics in India should celebrate Libya Lobo, our 100-year-old freedom fighter who received the Padma Shri Award a few days ago. Known by the nickname of Libby, she was born on the 25th of May 1924 to a Catholic family in Porvorim, Bardes Toluca, Portuguese Goa. Libya Lobo was the underground voice of the Goa movement for liberation. She played a pivotal role in the struggle against Portuguese colonial rule. She was the fearless radio broadcaster of the Voice of Freedom radio station. Lobo was the first director of tourism for Goa, Daman and Diu after the liberation of Goa. She is regarded as the first practicing female lawyer in Goa. She went on to be the founder and promoter of the Women's Cooperative Bank, which, as of 2024, is fully run by women. She was also the founder and president of the Goa College of Home Sciences.
Catholic world. Brought to you by Newsnet.
तो फतेह थाना प्रभारी थाना कांसाबेल जिला जसपुर छागा विषय माता मरियम की मूर्ति को क्षतिग्रस्त किए जाने के संदर्भ में
Chhattisgarh continues to be a major irritant to peace. A grotto of Our Lady was vandalized in Basin Parish in Chhattisgarh. Pandiripan village is in Korba district of Chhattisgarh. Unknown anti-socials smashed the glass and uprooted the statue, depositing it near another village a few kilometers away. Police were called in to investigate. So far there are no leads available in this case. The Dev Pahari area in Chhattisgarh is known for its scenic beauty.
पहले बेसिक नॉलेज कानून की आज ज़रूरत है कि हम संविधान का जो प्रीचिंग है, अपनी प्रीचिंग के बाद आज संविधान की प्रीचिंग अपने चर्च के पुलपिट से 5 मिनट के लिए करें. दैट इज द नेसेसिटी नीड ऑफ द आवर. 5 मिनट के लिए आप ठीक है आपने प्रीच कर दिया, बाइबल पढ़ दिया, बट यू ओपन अप द ऑल्टर. उस पुलपिट को खोलिए ताकि आत्मा बचे हमारी. और उनको फिर आप समझाइए कि उसमें पॉलिटिक्स की भी बात करिए. क्यों हम पॉलिटिक्स की बात नहीं करेंगे? मेरा भी संवैधानिक अधिकार है, मेरा भी वोट है, मैं वोट देता हूं जिससे तू बनता है, और उसके पीछे पीछे मैं क्यों भागता रहूंगा? तो दिस आर द थिंग्स जो आप समझेंगे. तो सबसे पहली बात है कि नॉलेज इसका रखना संविधान का, उसको पुलपिट से पढ़ाना, और हमारे जो जवान हैं जो बिल्कुल सामने आ रहे हैं उनको मौका दीजिए कि वो खुद पढ़ें और आके वहाँ पे उसको प्रीच करें. इसमें आपको ये जागरूकता लाने की ज़रूरत है कि ठीक संडे की प्रीचिंग में आप बाकी जागरूकता भी लाइए. और ये आपको स्थिर करता है, आपके बिशप्स को, हमारे पास्टर्स को, उनको बल देता है, उनको शक्ति देता है। तो हमारे उनसे भी मेरा अनुरोध है, हमारे बिशप से, कि आप पुलपिट को मत रोकिए। पुलपिट उसके लिए है ताकि आपकी कलीसिया बचे, आपके लोग बचे। आपको बर्बाद करने के लिए पुलपिट नहीं बना है।
The Catholic community of Buleripora village has a new church. On 24th April, St. George Catholic Church was officially opened in the Diocese of Berhampur in Odisha. Vicar General Father Sanjeev Kumar Nayak led the celebrations, joined by priests and faithful from St. Peter Deanery. The chapel was built with support from Communio and started in September 2024. After years of praying in homes, the village now has a permanent place of worship. The project was coordinated by Father Isak Nayak and Father Suresh Chandra Nayak.
8 new priests in Goa. In Old Goa, Bishop Simeão Fernandes ordained 8 deacons as priests at Say Cathedral on Wednesday. The Eucharistic celebration saw clergy and faithful gather, with Father Jose Remedios Fernandez and others concelebrating. The new priests are Fathers Jason Keith Fernandez, Sheldon Michael D'Souza, Malcolm Palmer Colasso, Jason Cajetan Travasso, Valfern Barbosa, Fraser Xavier Vaz, Benny Fernandez, and Slater Ailmau.
Karnataka was one of those states that has passed what's called the anti-conversion bill. It looked very strange for us why the government needed to tap the anti-conversion bill in Karnataka. Was it a fad, or was it perhaps to say that everyone in India should be one tract, one religion, one language, one culture, one food, one this thing? Is it that type of? So it was a very sad thing for us. So in the context of that, first of all, we challenge the bill itself in Karnataka, that it is anti-constitutional and also anti-human rights. And so also in the Supreme Court also we put a sort of a suit. There is a new mentality that is coming up in the country which is not very healthy. For example, even this WAFC bill that has come up. I mean, the things could have been better discussed, better proposed to the people, taken, the Muslims themselves to be taken into consideration. So for the Christian community, we are feeling the heat that the government sometimes unilaterally takes some decisions. For example, anti-conversion is the highest point that we have suffered a lot. So also there are some what you would call the persecutions and also some attacks taking place in certain places. I don't blame the people for misunderstanding, but the government as such has to protect the people, has to be neutral, has to be impartial, has to be take everyone into consideration. Who are the students who come to our schools? These are Christians. 90% of them are the Hindus and the Muslims, and they need a big ground. And I challenge even now the government to say that, to show us one person or one boy or girl that has been converted in our schools. I would say, even these attacks and these persecutions, it's just a minority. I don't think it's even a 10% of the people in India are wanting to do it. 90% are good people. There are hordes of people who want to get admitted to our institutions. I say that as a Christian institution, Father, don't say that. Don't say that. We have trust in you. My own father, my own grandfather studied in. We have never become Christians. For every one person, there are 10 persons who are there for us. So we will have these small sort of challenges that we had there. But I am a person of hope.